Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price today as we are breaking out towards our target of 50,000 US dollars. And just as we predicted in our video yesterday, as long as we held this major support at 44,800, we were most likely going to continue higher into price discovery. And that's exactly what's happening. But we have a lot more than that to talk about today. I do want to cover Ethereum in depth. We do have an inverse head and shoulder forming. And so I do have a new target for Ethereum as we've already reached our $1,800 target. And of course, we'll also take a look at Ethereum dominance, which has been coming back down into this bearish channel. But I want to talk about why I'm not really that worried about Ethereum dominance, as I do have some hidden bullish divergences to show you guys on the Ethereum dominance chart. And of course, we'll also take a look at the DXY, talk about the weakness that we're seeing in this chart, and then we'll look at others' dominance as well, talk about some of the altcoins, and we'll cover 3 of the trades that we took in our Discord group. You guys are watching the Snipers channel. My name is Naeem Al-Abeidi. If you appreciate this content, remember to like this video. I first want to talk about this Bitcoin breakout. Just as we talked about yesterday, as long as we were holding these hourly candles at that $44,800 level, we were most likely going to continue further up, and that's exactly what's happening right now with Bitcoin. And so at this point right now, that $44,800 level is also the daily open. I still think that's a very key level here. Realize that if we start to come below this, that $41,950 level was the previous all-time high that we reached, and then we consolidated. We don't want to come and see that level again if we want to assume that this is another major breakout towards price discovery, because if we start to come back towards that level, then this is certainly just going to be another higher high and a longer consolidation period. But I want to talk about what's happening to altcoins and Ethereum, because a lot of people are asking why Ethereum isn't moving while Bitcoin is moving to the upside right now. And there's a lot of reasons for this, but realize that when Bitcoin is moving, altcoins don't like to move. Altcoins like to move when there's a consolidation. And that's why we saw altcoin season start here at the start of the year when Bitcoin started to consolidate. And so the higher Bitcoin goes, the better for altcoins, because the higher they will go when Bitcoin starts to consolidate. But at this point right now, I think that 50,000 US dollar level is a major target. I think once we reach that, there will most likely be a consolidation area around here. If we continue further up, that would be extremely strong for Bitcoin in the bullish case for us to even reach a lot more higher targets in the macro, possibly towards that $60,000, $70,000 level. But for now, I'm really watching this $50,000 level. I don't know if we'll reach it today, but just realize that $44,800 level is still a major support for Bitcoin, and it really saved us yesterday. If you guys took a long position after seeing strength at this level, then you would have been very successful with that. And I talked about this being a major level, and those hourly candles are key. And you can see we never closed a full hourly candle below. I think we had one very small one here, but that was enough for you to realize that most of these hourly candles stuck at that level, and that's extremely important for Bitcoin right now. So realize that at this point, I'm not too worried. As long as we stay above 44,800, I think things can continue for Bitcoin. And when they are in these parabolic run-ups, I don't like to trade them as much, because of course you want to enter during these consolidation periods. So for now, I don't see a solid trade opportunity for Bitcoin, but I do see a lot of opportunities in the altcoins. And if we look at the total cryptocurrency market cap, interestingly enough, we are continuing to form new highs every single day. This is extremely bullish, guys. Realize that we topped out here around that $1 trillion market cap level, but right now we broke out of the symmetrical triangle, and we're seeing a lot of capital flow into this market, and we're seeing massive strength here in the cryptocurrency market. And so this is very positive for me. I wouldn't want to see this come below the weekly open at this point, and that's sitting right around that $1.16 trillion market cap level. And so at this point, things are looking very good in the total cryptocurrency market. We look at Ethereum. There's a lot to talk about with Ethereum. We do have a new pattern forming, and I do want to talk about exactly what my target is here with this new pattern. So at this point, we did already see the symmetrical triangle break with our breakout target of 1800, and that fulfilled itself. And so I'll go ahead and actually delete this symmetrical triangle because it's not necessary anymore, and we'll look at this bigger triangle that broke out and then determine a better target for Ethereum. Now realize we do have this inverse head and shoulder pattern forming. So if I took the head of this pattern and looked at the schematics towards the neckline, at this point, if this were to break out, then we are looking at a potential target right around that $2,100 level at this point. And so that is my new target for Ethereum. It's going to be right above that $2,000 level, and I think that this inverse head and shoulder is very likely to break out, especially with what Bitcoin is doing. As long as we stay above the daily open right now, which is at 1740, that's going to be a very bullish sign. And then most importantly, we do have this major support level. I don't want to see that breached for us to validate this inverse head and shoulder pattern, but so far that would be my target right around that $2,100 level. I think Ethereum is doing just fine. A lot of people were talking about Ethereum dominance and what's happening here. Yes, the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart is continuing on the decline, but we've yet to form a lower low, so things are not looking too unhealthy. When we look at volume, what you realize is there's very minute sell volume here, so there's not too much to worry about. Realize that when we pull up the 3 moving averages, we are under a golden cross that recently occurred here for Ethereum, and so that's extremely positive, as you can see with this 50-day moving average crossing above that 200-day moving average. So this golden cross, in my opinion, shows a lot of strength for the macro bullish trend here that we're expecting here with the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. And so at this point, knowing that we have this golden cross here, we even have the 50-day moving average sitting right here as a major support if that were to be needed. And of course, in my opinion, when we look at Ethereum dominance, what you'll also want to look at is this Ethereum dominance against all of the market. What you'll realize is we have a bullish divergence forming here on the 4-hour chart. You can see we do have a lower low forming in price action, while we have a higher low forming on the RSI. And so I'm going to be watching this bullish divergence, and this is the market cap of ETH dominance against the whole market, not just Bitcoin. I think this is an important chart to also look at, and I think this is going to be a key chart because there is a potential double top here that we have to keep in mind. And so I'm not bearish on Ethereum, but do realize that these charts are not as structurally sound as the charts that we look at with price action and the actual asset classes against US dollar, because these are taking tons of volatile assets and trying to put them into a chart. And so these aren't always going to be the perfect market structures, but we do have a confirmation of a bullish divergence forming here. And so realize that that could translate into the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. So obviously Ethereum is acting a lot stronger against Bitcoin than it is with other altcoins. And I think we're seeing a lot of the DeFi coins see a lot of momentum right now and realize that most of those need Ethereum in order to survive. And so the bearish outlook for Ethereum is not yet here, in my opinion. I think that things could still turn around at any point. We've already flirted a lot with the channel resistance here, and so that's always a good sign. And so knowing that we have that bullish divergence that is in the Ethereum dominance chart, I'm not too worried about it, but if we do continue down, this could be a concern, and so we do have to watch this. I don't want to see it break this low. If it does, then that 50-day moving average could be a potential target for Ethereum dominance. But realize that the fact that Ethereum dominance is so oversold right now, that could give Ethereum a lot of room to the upside, because this is all upside potential without even having to have Bitcoin break any new USD all-time highs. Bitcoin can consolidate at 50,000, 44,000, 45,000, and as long as this comes up, then we'll see Ethereum's US dollar price increase substantially, because we have all of this room to grow. And it makes sense that we have all of this room because this all happened after the Elon Musk pump for Bitcoin, and a lot of new people came into Bitcoin, not Ethereum or some of the other altcoins. And so that was a fundamentally causative dip that occurred due to the Elon Musk news. And so a lot to look at there. We look at others' dominance. We are seeing some strength. It looks like we are reversing back to the upside towards our target here of around 12.2% dominance. So we have a lot of room to go for altcoins, in my opinion. Things are still looking very healthy. We look at the weekly chart. You can see we did find some healthy support at that 50-week moving average, while Bitcoin dominance rejected its 50-week and 100-week moving average. And so that to me is extremely positive to expect more altcoins to continue. I think Bitcoin dominance still has a chance to come down to the 200-week moving average, where it loves to hang out, as you can see from past price action. And so things are looking good in that sense. I do want to go ahead and do a book giveaway first and foremost. If you guys want to enter this book giveaway, I will give you one of my favorite books on trading or investing. It might even be Mastering Bitcoin, which is like a textbook from college about Bitcoin. It's amazing. If you guys want to enter into this giveaway, I'll actually give this book away. All you need to do is comment below and share this video, and you'll be entered into this giveaway. I want to cover some of the Discord premium trades that we took yesterday. I'll cover Algorand, Atom, and ZEC that hit all targets. We'll start with Algo USDT. We entered here at 1.055 yesterday at 4 p.m. I'll go ahead and talk about exactly why we took this trade. This was our entry here in the blue. The red was the entry price. This was a buy stop order. I sent this order out. It was a very simple symmetrical triangle forming here. And as soon as I saw us break right through that, you can see if I were to move when I sent this trade out, we had just wicked above that, as you can see here. And that's when I sent out this trade, confirmation of the breakout. And that eventually broke out, of course, resulting in over 20% profits in less than 24 hours. And that's why these altcoins are so lucrative right now and why we're trading them while Bitcoin is consolidating at these higher levels. We look at Atom USDT. This was a very interesting play. This was very similar to the algo trade. We had this symmetrical triangle forming. We sent this trade out here at the blue with an entry price right above the breakout level because we didn't have a wick like that other trade. Or actually we did. So I did send this out as soon as we had that wick. And then that eventually came up and broke from the symmetrical triangle. And our entry was that red price. And that resulted in some very decent profits here. I think over 18% profits for this trade alone. So a lot of profits and room to grow for these altcoins that have a lot smaller market caps. So always keep these altcoins in mind. This was an interesting one. This was a cup and handle that I noticed here on the 4-hour chart actually. So we had come up and retested the top of this cup that was forming, and so I was looking for the pullback, and what I realized is we had this very reliable ascending support level forming here, and so I was waiting for us to go ahead and bounce off of that. As soon as we bounced off of that, I noticed that okay, at this point this could really break out, and so I took the halfway mark between the handle and where it was at, because that's where you want to buy into a cup and handle. It's during the breakout of the handle, and that's why we entered this trade right here. And of course we had an entry price set right here at that red, and then when that eventually broke out from its handle, it resulted in over 25% profits. And so very profitable trades for those that are trading the altcoins. Of course, we also send Bitcoin and Ethereum signals. However, there's been a lot less movement with those markets as of recently, and so those will be coming more very soon. I think our last one was just a couple days ago, so not too long ago. Other than that, I hope you guys appreciate and enjoyed this video. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you guys want to enter into my book giveaway, go ahead and comment below and share this video, and I will choose one of you guys to win our book. And I'll go ahead and pick a winner from our last video yesterday. We'll go ahead and scroll down. I'll close my eyes and bam. Oh, no, I was still in the bottom. Let me see. Bam. Okay, I guess it's this guy. Michael Delonzo, Elrond is the better protocol, and they have DeFi also, and will be much cheaper and quicker. Been in it at the beginning. Congratulations, Michael. You won the book. Message me on Instagram. It's in the bio of this video, in the description. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this. Snipers out.